So, namaskaram to everybody. Is it audible? So, I have made few already in the previous program, and today I am really happy that Om sir invited me for this event, and it was very short notice that he prepared this best. So now I am starting with my speech. Yeah, so it is on journey of my life. My life, I dreamed to be a surgeon and I landed becoming chartered accountant. So hey student and guys, my name is Priyanka Rauniyar. If you say age, it's early 30, and my height is 5 feet and 5 inches. So I never wanted to be a chartered accountant. Never ever in my life. Never wanted to be accountant. I never learned account in my school days, neither in plus 2, and I'm not even from a commerce background. If a person like me can be a chartered accountant, then think whatever you want to be, you can dream that to be, and you can stand by your life. I call it SPS. SPS, it stands for Special Potential Spark. So first you need to know who you are. You need to find that spark in yourself, what you want to be, what are you passionate about, and never leave your dream back. If you want this world to be a better place, then try to develop everything extra. Extra eye to see unseen, extra ear to hear unhear, and extra heart to feel unfeel. So I can sum up this, my life story till date, with 3 stories. The first story starts with masala dosa. Same dreams, I dreamed to be a surgeon but became CA. I being from a medical background, and this was my father dream what I'm living right now. My papa, he landed me doing this CA. So what happened, it was like I gave a medical entrance. I got seat at Manipal College, Pokhara, and that was not a scholarship, that was a donation, and we have a plan to go the next day and get admission over there. But all of a sudden, one of best friend of my papa visits home, and he explains him about the chartered accountant, the spark and miracle of chartered accountant. Then it's not a new story, it's all about as we get to learn from our, as a layman, chartered accountant just science and make a money, right? So yeah, my father also got influenced through that, and he also tried to convince me, and yes, I got convinced. Then the next day, where I was supposed to go to Pokhara for my admission, I landed Delhi, and I also landed in such a way that exactly CA-CPT, that is the first level, Common Proficiency Test. That is for 6-month course, but the period where I landed was only for a 3-month. I went for a fast track course, and that was again a roller coaster. As you know, I was not from commerce background. I did not know what's debit, what's credit. So what I did, I went through that exam, and I took a risk. I took a risk of what was that? If I clear CPT, my first level in first attempt, then I will pursue CA, chartered accountant. If not, then I had a backup plan. Since I was also an extra mathematics student in my plus 2, I took it. So I could have done engineering as well. So what I did was, like, I took a backup for Pune University pursuing electrical engineering. Then, but fortunately what happened, I scored 112 out of 200 and leaving 60 marks, that was account. Because there was a negative marking, I thought, why should I go for account? Only 3 months to go. I just want to appear it, whatever I have done. And unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, to leave my papa's dream, I landed with CA again. Then after that, what happened? So I call it, I dream of a surgeon and I became a CA. So after CPT, first level, yeah. So this was my, then I will explain you what was my first class scenario of CA course. I entered a room, it was bigger than this room, auditorium. You must have gone to a theater where 800 to 1000 capacities of a person is there. So it was 800 capacity person. There were 600 to 700 students like me studying CPT, and there was one lecturer who was explaining something on online through projector and everything. So it was a huge class, and I went, and the first question I raised, he was writing some journal entry in debit and credit, and he was mentioning DR as debit. Me being from science background, I just knew DR stands for doctor. But it was a small d and a small r, not a capital D and R. Then I just raised my hand and I said, "Sir, I have one query." Then he said, "Okay." Then I asked him, "What does this? Why are you mentioning DR as debit? And in debit word R is not there." And he said, "You must be from science background. Be seated." Then I just took my seat, and then later on he says, "Okay, student, you are a commerce student. You also must not be knowing all this. So it is debris, Latin word, and it comes from debris, so it is a DR dot." That was my first class, and I remember now that I am a chartered accountant, finally. And also I'll go through one of my favorite story on chartered accountant again. Failure story at my final attempt, not final level, that is the third level. And the result was out, and it was fail. And only one of the subject was exempted. By exemption I means in chartered account there is a theory of 60 and 40. So 40 you need to score in every subject to get passed, and 50 is your average marks. And once if you want exemption not to give that subject back, you need to score 60 plus. So one of the subject was 60, and if you score a 60 marks, you will not, you are waived for 3 attempts. But again, if you keep on failing, you need to again rewrite that paper. So that is the CA and how it is tough. So I got exemption in only SFM. My papa took me to Sarvana Bhavan. It is a restaurant that is very renowned in South Indian. He took me to restaurant and he said, "Order whatever is your favorite." I was failed, but he gave me a treat, and it was a masala dosa treat. And he told me, "No matter you fall, keep working hard, result will be positive one day." And it's not how much time you fall, it matters how many times you rise after a fall. That matters. Then after listening this statement, a small tear dropped from my eyes, started and touched my lips, and it fell down on masala dosa. That treat turned out to be a sad one. But he told me, "Don't worry, we are there. We always support you. Just keep doing your job perfectly. One day positive result will come." And no matter, I studied hard, I studied smart, because studying harder is not required in chartered accountant. And in each and every course, smart study is to be done. Don't need to study the whole course. Whatever is interesting to you, go for that first. And be first that you need to attempt for a pass marks, then go for an expertise level. Once you are not done with your basic, how can you be the advanced one? And rather than spending more of the time on the topics which carries less marks, it's better to go for more marks. Then I did a smart study, and I did my practice 3 times more than whatever I used to do. And quarantine, this has come during our COVID situation. But for CA student, it is not a new word. We get quarantined for 2 months once we fail. So no family, no phone calls, no festivals, no dasai, no tihar. We just get quarantined, we get focused on our work, and we just wanted to see prefix chartered accountant before our name. That is our goal. So yes, I did all this, then I was passed, and I was qualified in May 2015 along with my young brother. So he's also a chartered accountant. So this was my first story. Second story is switch story now. Switch story is related to my professional career. So when I decided to come back with my life failure story, and it taught me that 2 months, 3 months tenure was a great learning for me. Even this day also, whatever mantra I do or whatever I follow or however I practice in my professional career is all due to that base. So who is more enthusiastic now once you fail? God is always there. This is the story of my first job after qualification with Productivity. That is a management consulting firm, big 5 firm of India, not only India, internationally. After 10 rounds of interview, I cracked that job. And I was a star employee over there. Within a 6 month, I got promoted also. So this was all due to my failure story, which gave me a spark. So I call it SPL. If you remember anybody, what's the full form of SPL? Just I mentioned in my lecture. Sorry? Anybody? So nobody is listening, huh? Special is correct. P for? Wrong. Potential. And spark. So you need to search what is special potential spark in yourself. Maybe cooking, maybe any of the subjects, maybe whatever you interest. Don't lose that. It can give you the spark to do whatever you don't want to do, or whatever keeps you aback. It will push you up. So yeah. Then I planned to come back to Nepal and join the very first property of Marriott. That is Fairfield by Marriott at Thamel as a finance manager. I worked there for 9 months. Then after that, 2 months as an acting financial controller. Then switched again to hydropower. So this is my switch story. The first hydropower was MNC, Korean firm. Upper Trisuri 1 512 megawatt project. And second switch was again. And why I was switching? In the sake of 2 days holiday which I used to get at India. In Nepal it is not provided. Only Saturday is holiday. So Saturday and Sunday I wanted. So there was a Korean firm, it is MNC. It was there, I went for that as a switch. And again, Korea I worked for 3 days. So this is what is next. Now what next? I have switched, I have gone for my dreams. So keep on switching, keep on finding what enthusiasts you. Financial support is fine, but also you need to follow your dream, because at last dream you need to make it come true, to live a life lively. So third story is based on living a life lively. Be unstoppable. You need to have a best version of yourself. Not better, best. So you need to grill yourself. You need to put yourself into the tough situation. Waking up at 4 a.m. is tough. Once you practice it daily. So you need to challenge yourself. So you know, I'm still a student. Do you know?
Yes.
Like you all. So I'm a LLB final year student and waiting for my result. I have already written my paper. And also I'm pursuing MA Economics. I'm a first semester student over there. So right now I'm managing my current job profile at SEBON, as you already have introduced me as that, as a director position, along with my study and research. And lastly, I would suggest you all to choose a life partner, being a girl. Choose a life partner who is understanding and supportive, who supports you into progress, not to go down, but yes, progress is always upward, growth. So wherever you are now, you need to think of going at next level, not degrading level. And you don't want to see it back, right? You want to just go front and front. That is the growth. So did I. I'm recently married to a Mayor Saab of Pokhariya, Mr. Deepnarayan Rauniyar. Now the new beginning of life has come, and more to come, more to face, many to come. Many falls to come, many things to learn, and many things to rise as well. So that's life, which can be explained by a ECG. Do you know what is ECG test? Anybody? Sorry? Echo not. Electro. She's right. Anyway, it is kind of nearby. Electrocardiography test. So you must have seen in movie. I guess everybody sees movie, right? You must have seen. So how does it image look like? If it is a straight line, you are dead. Person is dead, right? And if it is up and down, fluctuating, you are alive. Life should be that way. If it is consistent, right now you are a student. Maybe you are plus 2 students. If you are plus 2 student only, that is not the growth point. You are not living your life. After plus 2, bachelor is there, master is there, PhD is there, office is there, work life is there. So that is how life should be, up and down. Not only up, sometimes down also comes. You will be facing it. So yeah, so what I would say, enjoy your journey. So this is what I'm now summarizing my journey as: be a fighter, be selfish on your what you want to do as a passion. As I'm saying, SPS. So you need to see that spark in yourself, a special spark, and follow it. Be achiever, and don't stop till you achieve your goal. Keep on doing it. You'll fall many times, but what makes you keep raising or rising? Don't even let it go. Family is a great support for that. Friends are too. And how can you do that? I follow one mantra in my life: believe yourself and perform the best. Even right now I'm giving a speech. I need to just be in this moment and think about it, think about you all, look at you, and then give my speech. And you people being as a attendee, listener, you need to listen and you need to think, like, what question can I put to the ma'am? Any queries? That is living at the moment. So whatever it is, give it 100%. That is what my mummy has taught me from childhood days. And I am practicing it till now. And yes, this is a 100% success thing. Every follower or every great people have been doing this. And last, one of my suggestion, okay. So you people need to communicate as well. Voice is the most important. And for women empowerment, you need to raise your voice. You need to be spoken. You need whatever pain or something you have gone through, or whatever success story. Why not? Why to talk about negative points? So you need to be a good communicator. And how it comes? By practicing. So there is one Toastmaster club. I'm not like branding it, but whatever club, or you can have a small club in your college only, who can lead it. By your internal students matter also. That model can be explained later on. It gives you how you can communicate, and the level you communicate through different levels of technical modeling. That is like timing factor, grammatical factor, and many more are there. So be a guest speaker on that, then you'll get to know what it is about. And yes, I'm also a Toastmaster, and I'm a Toastmaster of Professional Toastmaster Club. Thanks.